Here we are for the second one-take tour of the red section. This is going to cover some of the tower. The tower is a little tricky here because there's actual two towers that make an L in front of the red and blue sections. And the collections tend to wrap all the way around the whole 16 foot of space. So rather than try to do one tower and then another tower as part of the blue section, I'm going to do some shelves as part of the blue section and some part as part of the red section, and try to keep the collections together. Let's start with the Justice League of America. This is Justice League Unlimited line by Mattel. It's part of their CIOPCC series with these real slightly smaller figures, closer to 5-inch scale. They all had a similar maquette pose. And while they didn't stand up very well, they were really a cool line. The number of different characters they produced was just amazing. It's one of the broadest lines we've ever seen produced for DC. They did tend to do these 2-packs and 3-packs, and what often happened in these sets was you'd get one or two characters over again that you already had. So if you opened everything up, one of the problems was you ended up with a million extras. Another thing is the boxed and carded stuff looks pretty good actually, because you can actually see the figures in it. So I've kind of mixed it up between boxed and carded in this particular collection. It ends up with a couple of the SDCC exclusives in the back. Now let's talk about another collection that I really love, the Batman animated series collection from DC Direct. We already saw the Kenner stuff. This more recent line is really outstanding. The vehicles, the figures, the Batcave, just an exceptional line. I'm complete on this one at this point. Some of it's carded, as you can see. There's Montoya at the end of the box. This is the box set that it was villains with Montoya. Some of it's loose. You'll notice there are two vehicles down this side. The police car and the getaway car. Those are actually from Dick Tracy. They fit scale-wise slightly better with the 5-inch animated series, but the style works well with the Batman animated stuff. And I had more space for them over here, so while they're a little small, I thought they looked good. And the animated stuff ends up over here on the other side, where we're back to the Justice League. Now let's talk about another line. We talked about the Batman from Mattel, how that became DC superheroes, and then that became the DC Universe Classics. DCUC is most people. Shorten it. This is another line that I truly love. I am complete on this line. This line took extremely good advantage of the Build-A-Figure concept. It also, you see a lot of the carded figures up there that are still carded. A lot of those are variants. You know, I did 1 or 2 variants every wave. They did some very large exclusive box sets like this one. A lot of the BAFs are around this side. All the carded ones are more of the variants in each series. As you can see, this comes around. That's 2 8-foot sides. This is another 8-foot side over here. This moved into what was called the Signature Series. They did them as for Matty Collector. Now we're going to come around and we're going to hit some McFarlane figures over here. That happen to be a few of the McFarlanes I bought. I haven't bought too many so far, but a few of them have spoke to me, especially the Man-Bat and the Clayface. Legend of the Superheroes, those are the variants. I have other regular releases on another shelf. But then we come down and we move back into various DCUC after we get past a few of those carded figures there. Especially some of the later ones that they released. And as we come back around, we are back around to the other side again. Now, just to be complete with DCUC, we're going to walk back around this way and we're going to look at one more shelf. Very top is the end of what I have for the DCUC. Now you'll notice I'm using a TMNT NECA did that display set. Thought that worked well for these guys. And that's the SDCC exclusive huge box set. And that pretty much covers it. We'll cover a few more of these shelves when we get to the blue section.